An Unholy Alliance by Dr. Michael Youssef, Jihad by Migration. Why are only Western countries expected to take in refugees? Why aren't Arab countries welcoming fellow Arabs? Doesn't it make more sense to send Muslim refugees to Muslim countries than to send them to estranged non-Islamic cultures in Europe? Part of the answer is that nations such as Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, and Oman are major sponsors of the expansionist Wahhabi Salaf school of Islam, and sending radicalized asylum seekers into the West is part of their deliberate strategy. The Islamic tradition of hijrab, migration, goes back to AD 622, when Muhammad led his followers from Mecca to Yathrib, now Medina, and thus transformed him into a political and military leader. Today, Hijra remains a key strategy for Islamic expansion into other lands. The Quran says that migrating in order to spread Islam is an act of self-sacrifice that Allah will reward. Whoso migrateth for the cause of Allah will find much refuge and abundance in the earth, and whoso forsaketh his home, a fugitive unto Allah and his messenger, and death overtaketh him, his reward is then incumbent on Allah. Allah is ever forgiving, merciful. Quran 4:100. Years ago, ISIS published a troubling document called Libya, the strategic gateway for the Islamic State. The Quilliam Foundation, a British counter-extremism think tank that ceased operation in 2021, translated and analysed the document and found it to be a strategic plan to use Libya as a way station for sending jihadists into Europe disguised as refugees. The document pointed out that Libya, just 300 miles from Europe, was well supplied with weapons. Libya's long coastline, the document stated, looks upon the southern Crusader states, which can be reached with ease by even a rudimentary boat. Thousands of refugees have reached Europe by exactly that route. In September 2015, Sheikh Mohammed Ayed addressed a Muslim audience at Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque. He said, "Throughout Europe, all the hearts are infused with hatred toward Muslims. They wish that we were dead, but they have lost their fertility, so they look for fertility in their midst. We will give them fertility. We will breed children with them, because we shall conquer their countries, whether you like it or not, O Germans, O Americans, O French, O Italians, and all those like you. Take the refugees. We shall soon collect them in the name of the coming caliphate." Western audiences were never supposed to hear Sheikh Ayed's words, but thanks to the translators of the Middle East Media Research Institute, MEMRI, we can hear the Islamists themselves proclaim their goals. Why are so many Muslim immigrants moving to the West? In 2011, the transnational liberation movement known as the Arab Spring swept across the Middle East and North Africa. This movement began as a wave of hope for millions of people living under cruel authoritarian regimes, but soon disintegrated as shockwaves of riots and civil wars produced a new resurgence of oppressive dictatorships. The poverty, starvation, and political repression that spread the wake of the failed Arab Spring movement sent millions of people known as asylum seekers flooding into other nations, including Europe and America. But along with those genuine asylum seekers came many Islamists who were not searching for freedom and a better way of life, but were carrying out hijra, or jihad by migration. When Western governments allow huge numbers of unvetted Muslims across their borders, they are effectively importing jihad to their lands.